Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Wherever you are, all over the world. I mean, seriously, all over the world. And I'm intentionally saying that because as the title reads, we're going to discuss how extremely narcissistic foreigners are. I mean, trust me, the traits of narcissism doesn't change just because you're in India. It doesn't change just because you live in Asia. It is not any different because you're in Africa. However, it's turned up a few notches if you are in another country, because the foreign narcissist is, oh my goodness, like you guys have read that scripture, Ephesians. We're not wrestling against flesh and blood, you know. It mentions principalities. These are people of dominance. These are dominating creatures. They want power, they want control, they want to run everything. And it's so crazy because a lot of foreign countries are the same people that try to come off as the best people. They believe they're the best. Like, foreign countries and cultures and traditions are so narcissistic because of the control aspect. Like the fact that they don't want you to think for yourself. The fact that you get ostracized for being different. You get ridiculed and locked up for speaking the truth. Some countries, they have laws and rules in place where people cannot be people. And to me, that is narcissism on a cultural aspect. These are principalities because they're literally prince and princess demons with no territory. And they always find people, environments, whether it's a church, whether it's a community, whether it's the whole country, whatever, to dominate, take control of. And, just completely just wipe the people out. Foreigners kill each other all the time. There are countries that go against each other with the tribes are fighting against each other, wars against each other. Government stealing all the money, and so everybody is poor. I mean, the lack of empathy, the disrespect that most women put up with in a lot of these countries because of cultural norms that have been misunderstood and just perpetrated to be normal is sickening. The type of abuse that's happening on the physical level, emotional level, spiritual level in these countries are deep. They are heartless, they're cold. A lot of them are so hateful within themselves that it shows and it smells on their breath. Sometimes foreigners might stink for a reason because they got a stinking ass spirit. And I'm not even trying to be funny. They're always talking about people. They gossip. Foreign mothers, if they're narcissistic, they are scary as F. If they have a son, oh my God. He is an opportunist. He is just a demon. If there's a daughter that was raised in this environment that turns out to be a narcissist, she is treacherous, cold-hearted, using men, destroying men. Sexually just so evil. Will sleep with you when you're having a heart attack. They're the type to sleep with dead bodies. And this is just narcissists in general, if you ask me, because a lot of them are just really just cuckoo. Cuckoo for narking Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for demon Cocoa Puffs. Foreign narcissists are nosy as hell. They compete with each other for no reason because they all miserable. They're all miserable. You know, they're always hating on each other. They'll give you a hug and be rolling their eyes behind your back, wishing you death and smiling in your face. Meanwhile, they sacrificing goats on your behalf every weekend. You know, just hating on your whole life, waiting for your life to go in shambles so they can call the whole church and talk about it, because they're claiming to be holy, but they're the most wicked. They think they're the smartest, and they know the best, and their tradition is the best, and their teachings is the best. Some of them are so hateful and prejudiced they can't stand other races, other people. It's so disgusting. It's sad. It's pathetic. It's foreign narcissists. I don't care what continent, what country, where you're at. When you're in another country dealing with narcissists, it's tweaked a few notches. It's to the extreme, because those countries have so much access to things like witchcraft. Okay? There's so much wickedness, evil doing. There's so much envy and jealousy. There's so much confusion. There's so much depression. These countries are full of people who are so unhappy, but they are good at pretending to be okay. They'll hide behind church, religion. They'll hide behind this good man, good woman facade for the community. They'll hide behind money and material things. But it's all a facade. They are the worst parents. They're mean to the extreme. They don't even let their children grow up. Foreign narcissists are so worried about image, worried about people pleasing, to the point where they are getting married and having kids for all the wrong reasons. They'll get married because it was planned, it was arranged, it was forced. They had to. They've been told that it was the right thing to do or whatever. They'll get married, give their whole life to a marriage where they're not happy. They're having all these kids that they can't raise. Somebody or all of them getting neglected. Nobody's being paid attention to. They could care less about your emotional well-being, but they sure will enslave you. They know how to condition children to just be hard-working, people-pleasing, doormats. They typically raise doormats. They raise low boundary, low self-esteem people. But sometimes they have scapegoats in those families too, though. The ones that rise up above all of that and escape that matrix. A lot of those environments are filled with sickly people and people constantly dying. If you don't know, guys, I'm Ghanaian and I grew up in that culture. And I remember almost every weekend there was a funeral. Somebody dead, somebody's grandmother dead, somebody's child dead. And it was always people in the church. There was always the most chaotic, craziest, out of the blue things happening to people. And let's not even talk about the church and how they did crazy things and people throw themselves and money at these pastors. And I mean, it gets deep. Be so caught up in trying to please the man and the woman so bad that they don't show their kids no love. The kids never hear I love you. They never get hugged on. And a lot of you are an American can say same story, because it's the same demons, same Jezebel spirit demons, same lying ass deceptive demons, same greedy selfish demons. They got the most covert and most vulnerable and borderline personality styles. It's excessive and it's to the extreme, but they mask it. They mask it. They mask it with religion. They mask it with sweet talk. They mask it with meanness. They mask it with power, control, with money. A foreign man gonna provide all day, pay for all the bills, have all the money in the world, but is a complete demon, a complete control freak, a complete manipulator, sabotager. Got the nerve to be a pastor, a pastor's wife, but you a whole witch, a whole wizard. And I'm telling you, it's the same whether you're in America or whatever. This is worldwide, guys. Like, this is worldwide. But when you're in a foreign country, there's something about the extent of narcissism that's just quite terrifying. But at the same time, I feel like this is why we are in this time now, because God has placed his children all over the world. And we are now receiving knowledge, education, and empowerment in a new way that we're awakening, and we're seeing that the way we were raised, the way we were spoken to by our parents, the things that they did, the way they control us, even some of you to now, you're an adult and you have narcissistic parents who think that you are still their 8-year-old child. No respect to boundaries, privacy, nothing. Still think that you should be living how they expect or want to see you live. Still think that you owe them your life. These traditional ways of thinking and upbringing is crazy. The demands of you is crazy. The type of emotional dumpage is crazy. People are taught to be so afraid that they're afraid of themselves, almost. But I do know there are a lot of chosen ones out there that are standing up tall, rising up against the narcissism in the areas that you live in. You are thriving right in their faces, and they probably despise you. You've been a light your whole life. Your politics, your presidents, the rulers of your countries, this has been an issue. People are falling into narcissistic relationships and marriages in these cultures, in these countries, and they're entrapped. The parents of the spouses are deeply involved, the family members deeply involved, the church deeply involved, everybody in your business. They calling and snooping around. They're monitoring spirits, always watching your life. Always worried about what you doing, what you ain't doing. Always wanting to criticize and talk about you, and at the end of the day, they have no room to talk. We have light for a reason, guys. And we need to show them that they cannot scare us. They can't scare us off. They can't keep us, isolated anymore. They can't keep us entrapped anymore. We're awakening now. We're empowered and educated now. They can't be all, you got to live by my rules anymore. No. A lot of you are becoming their worst nightmare in those countries that you live in, because you are embodying a new strength. You're learning some things, and you're getting clarity, and you're clearing some pathways that's blocking you emotionally, spiritually, all of that. These foreign narcissists are crazy. They're dangerous. They're man, don't even get me started naming certain countries. I mean, Middle Eastern countries, the countries that just really weaponize religion to the point where people are controlled with how they walk, how they dress, how they talk. It's insane. It's insane. Let's not talk about the sexual immorality. These foreigners are the ones sleeping with their daughters and their sons the most. So many spiritual marriages. So it's a lot of demonic things happening. And like I said, it's worldwide. But I just want you to know that if you're watching this and you don't live in the United States, you definitely need to be validated that what you have experienced is narcissistic abuse, and it is on a heightened level where you are, because of the conditioning of control that's surrounded with in your environment. Everyone is conditioned to be so narcissistic that you can't even like be around them. It's kind of uncomfortable. You feel completely out of place. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. I know what you're going through. Those people don't even have normal churches. It's cults. It's creepy. And if this is you, share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. I know a lot of you have been through this. You're going through it right now. You live in a foreign country somewhere, and you've seen it. You've seen it. You've probably ran from it. Or maybe you're seeing it now. And you're going to escape it, because today you've discovered a video that's validating your experience and letting you know that you have brothers and sisters worldwide that are fighting with you. If you're new here, don't be shy, subscribe. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed. Stay true, guys. Until next time. Bye, everyone.